Damn, we got left with a cliffhanger this week for Season 2, Episode 7 of Euphoria, the theater, and it's double. This is this week's episode that we're going to be discussing full spoiler detail. Just me this week. Girlfriend couldn't make it, but that's okay because she did text me and let me know that she really enjoyed this episode, but hated that it ended on a cliffhanger. Now let's discuss this thing in full spoiler detail. Make sure to leave your guys' thoughts, comments, theories for what might happen next week, as well as hit that like and subscribe button so we can keep talking Euphoria and all sorts of other movies and TV over here on a daily basis. So the theater and it's double. This was an episode that I think a lot of us have been looking forward to because it's Lexi's play finally coming to fruition, and I love this episode. I hated that it ended on a cliffhanger. I didn't expect it to, but as we were coming down to it, I saw the time. I'm like, damn, there's no way they're going to be able to finish out all the sorts of arcs happening in this. But again, just like how Rue's episode was probably my favorite episode of the entire show, this is up there as being one of the best so far because it is intense, it's enthralling, and it's very much well done and well performed. I mean, Apatow here, Maude Apatow, is absolutely incredible. And I know a lot of us were talking about how Zendaya deserves an Emmy nomination. Just for this episode alone, Maude Apatow also deserves the same. She really much proves here that she isn't just the daughter of Judd Apatow. No, she is truly an actress to come and play, and she is absolutely phenomenal in this episode. And really much diving into the depths, we get a lot of details behind the scenes for certain things throughout her life, throughout Rue's life, throughout Maddie's life, throughout even Lexi's life, and really much replaying these moments that, as the episode's going on, I'm like, okay, are people going to rekindle their lives? Are we going to rekindle like a friendship, a family, all these sorts of things? And it's very well done. And the way that it plays with your assertions and your thoughts for how this episode is going to be able to play out. And starting with just kind of seeing everyone's reactions to the play, it was very hilarious. Also emotional to see that same thing because it brings back hardcore memories, especially between Lexi and Maddie and how the way that they played that out. I was very much impressed with that, as well as Rue with Lexi. I actually think that Rue and Lexi's friendship will actually begin to fruition and grow more within season 3 when we ever do get that. And I was quite impressed to see again how Maude was able to bring this to life and really much show the stage play, as well as the choreograph with everything on the stage play. The production design was absolutely great, and it really made you feel like you were actually watching the play. And the way that it was interspliced and edited along the way was also really fantastic, and I was truly just impressed throughout the entire way. Overall, though, adding in there, one of the big things that I loved about this episode was the way that they interspliced and went back and showed certain things that had happened that we missed. When, of course, Maddie and Kat followed up Cassie up to her room, we see the ending of that. We see Rue with her mother and kind of how that's going on after the entirety of her entire episode, as well as Jules and what she did with the CD. There's certain things in there that I did love that, of course, we were able to get a little bit more depth on. Adding in there too, one of the things that I thought was hilarious, and I think we're all going to talk about, is that final moment between Nate and when he's watching all the football players dance and scream and very much do some things that I don't think Nate's going to be happy about. And for me, at the very end, when Nate leaves Cassie and he goes, pack your shit up, I'm done, all this sorts of things, I think this is where we're coming down to our characters, and I think Cassie will start to slowly learn. She's probably going to blow up on her sister next week, but I think she's going to start to slowly learn that, hey, like, this is not the best decision, what I did. He was not worth it. And, you know, the ideologies between Lexi and Cassie and how different they are compared to how they are, we see very much in this play, and especially in their interactions and growing up. This is something that, again, I find, you know, while we've gotten depths behind Cassie and Lexi before, this is one of the more very much looking in on such a way that I was thoroughly impressed with, and I found Lexi Maude Apatow to be such a fantastic performance in here again because of the way that they were able to do that. And a lot of it has to go to the writing, I understand that, but I really think it works because of Apatow's performance, and I really much was just intertwined and interlocked into this entire episode. But one of the things that is starting to worry me is what happened with Fez. Obviously, we see Custard show up. There's that whole thing going on. Faye's keeping quiet. Fez is getting ready. Ash is starting to kind of sense something, which thank God, because we know Ash is awesome and always on top of those things. And it ends right there, as of course we don't know what's going to happen. Did he make it to the show? Is he not? Did they end up killing Custard and Faye? Who knows? That's going to be one of those things that we discuss down below. Again, I don't watch the previews, so if they did show something in the previews, then we can have a conversation down below on that. For me, I think this is really much one of the great pendulum episodes that you get before that finale for a season. One that sets up and kind of builds off of everything that the rest of the season did, building up to that finale and leaving us, okay, these are the answers, these are the questions that we're definitely going to need, as well as where do our characters leave off in the finale. It brings us these theories, these thoughts to especially what might happen. It seems to be a very much explosive finale that I am truly looking forward to, and I can't wait to experience it with you guys next week. So make sure, again, hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below your guys' thoughts. Overall, again, this was a great episode, and shout out to Mama Lexi. She was one of the big stars, of course, of how excited she was getting throughout this entire episode. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode, one of my favorites of the season so far, and until next time, stay classy.